Hi everyone, this video is going to be solely based around the symptoms of psychiatric drug injury and withdrawal. This, from my story in particular, is a injury from prescription Valium taken as prescribed. Both on it and coming off it, I have been injured. And I hope this video is of some help. It might be a little bit of a long one, but I hope you don't mind. I've had to write down dot points because my brain does not have the capacity to plan things or remember things since sort of the injury. So if I look down a lot, it's because I have notes and papers here. It's just one of those things. I just wanted to start with a disclaimer because there's probably going to be questions or people wanting advice or just wanting to know things, and I am not a medical doctor. I cannot give you medical advice on anything. This is just kind of my story and the general story of those who are in psychiatric drug withdrawal or they've been injured by psychiatric drugs. So just getting that out of the way. So if you're just starting your journey on tapering from psychiatric meds, I don't want this video to scare you. There are plenty of people who have gone through withdrawal and tapered off of medication without any side effects, without any symptoms. They've done really, really well, including myself. I've cold turkeyed. I've been on and off psychiatric drugs since my teen years. I've cold turkeyed Prozac, I've cold turkeyed Xanax, I've cold turkeyed Valium. I've done, which please do not do. I will give that advice. Never, ever, ever cold turkey a medication. So it's just that kind of my experience that I've had bad luck or my body has, it's not taken it very well. And there's so many underlying reasons why that's happened, but it doesn't mean it's going to be your story. And it's really important not to compare your story to anybody else's. But I'm guessing that the majority of people watching this video are having issues in their withdrawal. So me letting you know and kind of explaining my symptoms might make you feel less alone. That's kind of what this channel is about, is taking you along on my journey, but also educating and making you feel like you're not crazy, because you're not crazy and you're not alone. My personal symptoms for the first couple of years were pretty consistent. They were pretty unchanging and what I would kind of call regular symptoms, what you would kind of expect from psychiatric drug withdrawal. But since I was re-injured last year, the start of last year, I have a whole host of new symptoms, lots of them, and I just wrote down a bunch to share, but I don't want to go in much on any of them or anything. I'm just going to shoot through them just because I know people get curious and they want to kind of know, what does that person have, or do they have what I have, or just all those things. So I'll quickly run through them. I've got them written down. So akathisia, you might need to look that one up. Please do not be frightened. It does not happen to everybody. There's not much research on why or how it happens to people, but for me it has happened. It has happened a lot. My body just likes to default to akathisia. Skin burning, body burning, everywhere. Insomnia, my scalp has like you can feel the heat coming from my scalp burns, intrusive thoughts, suicidal ideation. I have an issue with my spine, the top of my spine, where I feel like poison is radiating from the top of my spine. It radiates out and it is extremely agitating, and it's one of the biggest symptoms for me at the moment. Urges to lash out, nerve pain, neuropathy, adrenaline surges, moving in my brain. I can feel my brain moving. Pain and stinging going down my arms, body vibrating, whole body vibrating, but a lot in my feet. Fibromyalgia, pain, internal tremors, doom, terror, pins and needles, dead legs, poor circulation, aches, pains in my muscles and joints, stomach pain, nausea and dry retching, fatigue, brain fog, short-term memory loss, monophobia, air hunger, obsessive thoughts, shivers, hot and cold intolerance, digestive issues, dizziness, vision blurring, vision disturbances. I've actually had to get glasses now. Anhedonia, tingling in my lips and my lips go cold. DP and DR, so depersonalization and derealization. For me, at this time, it's more derealization that is the issue for me. Depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, spasms, muscle pulling, nightmares, dystonic type seizures is the only way I can describe. That was sort of last year when I was re-injured. That was happening a lot. Heart palpitations, disassociation, body jolts, restless leg syndrome, a vice grip around my entire head. That's what it feels like a vice is squeezing my head. Cognitive dysfunction, toxic napping, if you don't know what that one is. It's where you try and fall asleep, or you're so tired that you kind of fall asleep and your body just feels like there's poison running throughout it, and you wake up and you kind of, you feel so toxic. You just feel like there's poison all throughout your body. You feel so sick. And you don't even get to sleep. Brain pulsing from my spine. Loss of libido, loss of sexuality, and my body is very heavy. Feels like I have to lug it around a lot of the time. That's just like a bunch of the main ones. So that's, there's more, but I'm not going to have time to go into them all. So that's, kind of for me, my personal symptoms that I've had to deal with. And it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard to think of anything else when you have like a ton of symptoms going on in your body all at once. Today has been more of a productive day for me. Sometimes these symptoms knock me out. They just wipe me out. I'm not really functional. And other times like today where I can sit and I can talk and I can try and focus my energy onto something. So I'm grateful for that today. And these symptoms, they come and they go in severity. They come and they go. Sometimes I think, this one's gone away. Like for a while I had the brain burning, scalp heat go away. But today it's decided to come back. So the symptoms that we go through, they're ever changing, but you can't let yourself think that you're going to be stuck with a certain symptom, because I've learned myself that symptoms can subside, and we've seen in the community people who have healed all the time where their symptoms, they do go away, or they might have a really good break from them. So that's kind of into the windows and waves type scenario of healing, if you want to kind of go in that. And I do have a video on that on my channel if you go back. So another thing I've noticed in this community, there are really great people in the community, but people oftentimes fight a lot over their symptoms and who's worse, and it's just really not healthy. It's not a good thing to do. It's not healthy for you. It's not going to actually make you better. Jealousy is not going to make you better. You can't talk about someone else's suffering. You have not been in their body. You've not been in their shoes. You know, so I'm not gonna say I'm worse than you. I'm not gonna let you say that you're worse than me. You can catch someone on a better day. You can whatever. Okay, it's just don't do it. Just don't try and compare your symptoms and your journey with anyone else's, because it's not going to get you anywhere. My phone is about to die, I think, so I might have to make a part 2 of this video. So I think I'll do that.